A school bell rings in a black and white hallway. A student in 2050 looks up as a lesson appears in the air and the bell is only a sound file. Will schools still exist in 2050, or will learning slip out of buildings and follow us everywhere? For centuries, the classroom looked familiar. A teacher in front and rows of desks and the same schedule for everyone. Today, everything is shifting at once. Technology and new jobs and new values are rewriting how we learn and why we learn. Meet Linda, who loves biology and hates long bus rides to school. Meet Mr. Parker, who worries about attention and community. Their hopes collide in a single question. What should school mean when knowledge is one voice command away? Imagine a morning in 2050, Linda wakes up and the wall turns into a calm ocean that guides her breathing and sets a study plan. An assistant suggests a lesson on coral reefs because her project is due on Friday. It adjusts the pace when her eye movements slow down. The classroom is a room when she needs people and a world when she needs context. She can join a live seminar or dive under a virtual reef with classmates from 3 continents. Her friend Marco collects water samples in his neighborhood and uploads them for the same project. A teacher reviews the data and adds feedback that appears as glowing notes in their view. Not everything feels magical. Bright sunlight makes the display harder to see and the home network drops during a group debate. The school hub down the street still opens its doors. Students go there for projects that need tools and for sports and for a place to belong. Teachers do not disappear in this future. They become coaches for thinking and mentors for character and curators of experience. They design challenges instead of only lectures. They help students argue with ideas rather than copy answers. Now come the tough questions that decide whether this world works. Who pays for the devices and the bandwidth and the support when things break? How do we protect the privacy of children when every answer and every emotion can be tracked? How do we make sure grades still mean something across cities and countries? Employers will ask for proof of skill. Schools may issue portfolios and micro-credentials that show real projects and verified mastery. Universities may accept students based on long-form evidence rather than a single exam day. Lifelong learning becomes normal and schools become networks that never really close. There will be days that feel deeply human. A choir still sings and a team still wins and a teacher still notices the quiet kid who needs a nudge. Community does not vanish. It changes shape and moves with us. Let us put 2 futures on the table. The first is the optimistic path where access widens and tools become more affordable. In that future, schools are flexible hubs for projects and wellness and culture. Academic content streams to every home and every library with a click. The second is the cautious path where costs stay high and trust stays low. Devices become status symbols and the gap between students grows wider. In that future, buildings remain essential because they are the safest and most equal place to learn. Reform is slower and the timetable looks familiar. Which path we take depends on choices we make today. It depends on budgets and training and laws and the courage to redesign. So here is one concrete day in 2050 when it works well. Students build a city garden with sensors and study photosynthesis in real time and invite elders to taste the harvest. Here is one concrete day when it works poorly. The system locks a student out during an exam and no adult is present and the appeal process takes weeks. Reality will sit between these 2 scenes. Our job is to push the needle toward the scene that gives every child a fair chance. Schools in 2050 will exist as places when presence matters and as networks when mobility helps. The walls will feel thinner and the purpose will feel stronger. If you love tradition, you will still hear the bell and see a team huddle before a game. If you love innovation, you will still jump across continents in a single afternoon. Now it is your turn to vote. A means schools disappear into fully digital learning. B means schools evolve into hybrid hubs for projects and community. C means traditional schools survive with modern tools. Comment your choice and tell us why in one short sentence. The best answers will appear in the next video, and we will build the next episode with you.